Hey Virgos, and welcome to your September 2016 tarot forecast. My name is Sky, and I'm here to deliver hopefully a great reading for you guys. I have a few announcements to make before I start with your reading. First off, I have opened my Etsy shop called the Shop of Shadows, and I'll link to it in the description box below. So if you guys would like to go and check out my shop and at least appreciate the aesthetic of it, you guys can click that link below. And if you guys choose to purchase a reading, I'll be really excited to deliver that to you. Anyway, I'm going to change the format of the videos just a little bit. For this month, I'm going to just do an audio recording, as you can tell. And because I'm trying to work on my space where I record, and I want to integrate it together, the audio recordings and the video, to really create a product that resonates with my audience. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what's in the cards for Virgos for September of 2016. So I'm going to take a second to look at your spread and just kind of take it in for a moment. Okay, I can definitely tell that Virgos have had some emotional confrontations in the past few months, maybe even in the past few weeks. There was potentially a love relationship that did not go the way that you expected it to. You really allowed yourself in this relationship to be younger. You allowed yourself to kind of disconnect from your mature brain and just kind of live in a childlike happiness in this relationship. And it almost looks to me like you may have gotten burned for that. Like you had a few moments of happiness in this relationship, and all of a sudden things just changed. And it's like you had to cope with that. Like you let yourself be vulnerable. You let yourself get so close to this person, and then all of a sudden it's like they weren't available to you, and you had to walk away. Like I'm seeing that the Eight of Cups on the left, on the top, the first card in your spread. It's like there was so much that you had to walk away from. And perhaps even in September, there will be a lot that you have to walk away from. But this isn't really against your will, because in the Eight of Cups, it's usually like you could stay if you wanted to, but you choose to make the choice to go the opposite direction. So that's going to definitely be a theme for you in September, Virgo. You may be walking away from an old negative cycle. You may be walking away from something that, like, it could feel secure to you, but it's like you're not getting fulfillment out of it, so you choose to walk away from it. This could be a relationship, this could be a career, this could be something that has to do with finances in general. This is a general reading, so you kind of just have to apply it in whatever aspect of your life that it resonates with. But here's the great thing, Virgo. It's going to feel painful at first. Like you're going to feel this pain when you start to walk away from this situation in which you were so happy. But you're going to walk straight into the world. You see, you have the world, the Major Arcana card. It's the only Major Arcana in your reading for the month of September. And it's such a great card to have. It's culmination. It's fulfillment. It's putting everything together, from the good to the bad to the ugly to the easy to the difficult. It's conjoining it all together to where you have like the world. Like it's a representation of everything in your life. So, and it's beautiful because once you have all of that material put together in front of you, it's like you can see things the way that they are. Even if you kind of have to accept some of the difficulties, nothing's hidden, and like everything's transparent. Everything you can just kind of look straight at, head on, and you can exist with it. And that's something that you're really wanting right now in your life right now, Virgo. You're not wanting things to be hidden. You're not wanting a false sense of security or a false sense of happiness. Like you want to know, or you want to experience things for the way that they are. And that's part of the nature of your sign too. Like Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. It's very logical. Like you don't like to not know everything. I am not meaning to call you a know-it-all, Virgo, but if the shoe fits, and you definitely have the desire to know it all, even if you're not a know-it-all. So I see you, Virgo, when you walk away from this problem and you're sort of faced with this culmination of experience that you've had. You're going to really sit down and you're going to rebuild the formation of your motivations toward life. You're going to rebuild the way that you make your money. You're just basically going to take a moment to take things from the ground up, and that's what I'm seeing on the very right side of your spread with the Eight of Pentacles. Sorry, my eyes were not quite picking up on it. You got the Eight of Pentacles there all the way to the right side, and it's like you're taking time and you're making sure that everything is done with a sense of wholeness. Like you're not doing things, you're taking your time on everything. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be uniform. I see a lot of, on a more mundane level, I see a lot of Virgos maybe reorganizing something in their house, maybe doing a DIY project, maybe reorganizing your closet, organizing things in general. That's a very Virgos generally really like to do those things and like for things to be organized in their lives. So even past just emotional fulfillment and all these sort of big deals that seem to be going on, maybe it's also saying that you might need to get out of bed if you're really sad, if you're having some sort of emotional breakdown, and just organize things. Allow yourself to take out some of the resentment or pain that you have towards someone else or towards yourself, and just distract yourself with a project. Like channel that energy through an organizational project, or even through a renovation or remodeling. If you have that budget, then it's a great time to be working on things like that, because you'll be killing two birds with one stone. Not only will you be making your surroundings more beautiful by channeling that Eight of Pentacles energy, not only are you going to make it more beautiful, you're going to make it more workable, you're going to make it more you're going to give yourself a better utility in your daily life. Things are going to work better, quicker, which will be great for you. But you'll also be channeling some of these difficult emotional problems that you've struggled with over the past few weeks or the past few months, with this love relationship, or potentially a job that you walked away from, something that you walked away from. And you just need to rebuild your sense of emotional foundation through a project of some kind. That's what I mean by killing two birds with one stone. So you're letting go, I can see from the two bottom cards, you're letting go of a person who is potentially arrogant in your life. That's what I'm getting from the Nine of Pentacles. It's like this person maybe was your world for a while, and you've chosen to, at least even if you're not letting go of them, you've chosen to definitely restructure the way that you communicate with them, restructure how you react to how they treat you, at least. And that it's not always an arrogant person. This could also be maybe, I see that as yourself once you accomplish some of these organizational tasks that you'll be faced with. Like you're going to be much more functional. You're going to be working day to day on a much more functional level. So that will make you more appealing to others. Like the Nine of Pentacles is also about being appealing to others, looking like you have a lot, looking like you're organized, looking attractive on the material level, not so much on an emotional level. That's going to benefit you, Virgo, because there are people in your life who have been worried about you. There are people who have been worried for your health, given what you've been through in the last few weeks, in the last few months. So I think that as long as the image that you're projecting is true to yourself, I think that Nine of Pentacles on the bottom left will also be a helpful energy for you. So the only potential problem that I see in the reading is that reversed Ace of Pentacles on the bottom right-hand corner. Some kind of monetary gain, a gift, or just any kind of material gain that you were expecting potentially did not come through. And it's like either emotionally or materially you're having to overextend yourself to make up for it. It's like you didn't get quite as much money as you expected, or and you had budgeted for a certain amount of money and you didn't get it. Or there may be a struggle in coming to contact with it, and now you're just having to deal with any of those consequences. If this hasn't happened for any Virgos, what this is trying to tell you is that now's the time to save instead of spending. So, if you want to take on that DIY project or you want to remodel, make sure you stick to whatever budget is realistic for you. Now is a time to be more of a saver than a spender, as I said. And you can't rely on other people. You can't so much rely on luck to get your material assets in September. So just make sure that you're making your own effort to be materially independent as you can be. That's going to avoid a lot of potential problems. And that's never really a bad thing to do, because the worst case scenario is that it won't happen. You'll still get the money that you expected. You'll still be as successful as you expected, and you'll just have that much more to spend or that much more to save. So there's really no downside to being a bit more frugal in preparation for potentially not getting what you expected. Let's see. There's a male water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, who will continue to be a part of your life in the month of September. There's going to be a communication for sure, or one person trying to reach out to the other one. And they're going to be on your mind. And I think for the most part, the communication will be positive, but it's transcended to another level. It's like, this could have been the person that you were trying to walk away from in the beginning of the month, or this person that I was talking about in the beginning with that 8 of Cups on the top left, this person or situation that you were walking away from. This Page of Cups could be that person. And to me, they're going to want to re-enter your life and try to potentially build things from the ground up. And you're really going to have to take that experience that you have from the world, that transparency and ability to see things for the way that they are, and you're going to have to use that, and you're going to have to decide whether you want to build things from the ground up. If the answer is yes, I think that you have a lot of potentially good things coming your way. But if the answer is no and you try to force it the other way, you're just going to you're going to find yourself back in that position of the 8 of Cups, where you're having to walk away from a situation that you don't necessarily want to walk away from. That painful sense of letting go. However, there is no 10 of Swords or death or anything like that in this reading. So it says to me that, it's not like too much is on the line. Like, had the 10 of Swords or death been here, I would think it's time to let things change. It's time to walk away for good. It's time to let go before karma or God or fate or destiny or whatever you want to say takes it away for you. Like, it's time to walk away before your hand is forced. But those cards are not in your reading, so I would say that you have a little bit of wiggle room. You still have a bit of time on this person or situation that you've chosen to walk away from. You have a little bit of time to still make a decision. You have time to maybe establish communication or work towards this goal and just see what comes of it, and then be able to make your decision. But do not let any of the past conclusions that you've come to go away. There's no reason to start over from scratch. The only thing that you need to do is allow it to continue and draw more conclusions. Don't change any conclusions that you've already come to. And I think that's the most important thing for you for the month of September, Virgo, is allow yourself to draw new conclusions, but don't let yourself change old conclusions that you came to unjustly. Anyway, I hope that this reading has resonated with you guys somewhat, and I hope that your September is amazing. If you get a chance to check out my Etsy shop in the description box below, I would so appreciate it if you guys came and checked it out. Thanks, and have a great September.